Hello, I'm Dr. Brandt Gibson, and today I want to talk to you about another set of surgeries that can be done for bunions. And these are, so reminder, bunion is first metatarsal, angled out, toe turning in. We've already talked about those surgeries, but we also talked about the limitus and rigidus, where you've got a bump on the top and you have limited motion. Limitus would be you have limited motion. Rigidus would be it doesn't have any motion at all. We're going to talk about rigidus today. So the idea here is that you've got a limited motion of that toe because you got pretty good arthritis or pretty good destruction of the joint. And so the surgeries you can do there are more limited because you've got to do something to fix the pain that's happening in that joint. So one of those options we talked about with hallux rigidus surgery yesterday, and that is the implant, where you put a cap on one side or the other, or you can actually do a total implant in the joint. I don't recommend total implants because of the destruction they do to the joint, and they actually cause problems if you have to do something else down the road. And they don't last forever, but the caps actually work quite well. So that's one. The issue there being you're going to have to be pretty aggressive because you're going to have to remodel that joint. You're going to have to take the bump off the top and put the cap on to give you back your motion. Number two is probably more common. When you got a pretty beat up joint, pretty bad problem, a lot of times we'll get you right back to functioning quicker by fusing that joint. So we basically take this joint and we actually fuse it slightly up and slightly in so it fits in shoes, and so it allows you to run and function and so forth. And that's better than some of the implants and so forth because you don't have to go back and do surgery again later on. We do this even in active individuals. There were individuals in the military, for example, that we'd actually fuse their first ray, the big toe joint there, and that would allow them to still run and still function without the pain that was happening from the hallux rigidus. And so my recommendation, if you've got a really stiff joint and a big spur on the top and so forth, and you're saying, okay, what do we need to do with this? You can do the implant. I would just do the hemi, just the cap, or fuse it. Fusing is usually the best option because you've already got the joint destruction, which means it's going to progress and get worse over time anyway. By fusing it, you skipped a step because you're going to have to fuse it probably somewhere down the road. This is Dr. Brandt Gibson, and this is Hallux Rigidus Surgeries, your podiatry tips day 250. So we've been talking about bunions. This is the Hallux Rigidus Surgeries, and we will move on from here starting again tomorrow. This is Dr. Brandt Gibson. Have a great rest of your day.